Fury serious when he's talking about being aggressive, and why in the world would that be a good idea? How could that work for him?
Oh, I could see how it works. Number one, Deontay is strong but long, 6'7", and was first fight 212 pounds. Like, that's very, very light.
Although he's saying he's coming in 230.
He claims, but when he said he was, at one point he's broken up and came in at 217 for one fight. I mean, he's such a puncher and he has such internal stuff. Like, the only dudes who give up 30 pounds and chase guys in the history of boxing, Mike Tyson could give up weight and chase the other guy around the ring. So could Holyfield, by the way, for different reasons. Jack Dempsey could. Marciano could, though he didn't fight a lot of big guys. Joe Frazier could. Jimmy Wild, who was a flyweight. Pacquiao, though he wasn't giving up weight, it was like he was giving up size. He was moving up. Wilder does that. However, because guys are scared, they give him distance. And at distance, this dude has those long levers he can let go. But if you crowd him, he now has to create space. And to create space against a guy who's actually, Tyson Fury's a polished in-fighter, surprisingly, because of his height. And with the fact that he's not a big puncher, to create space, you also sometimes have to push off. You have to have a strong base. And it's not like Wilder is like a big-legged fighter. He's a long, spindly guy.
But how's he get on the inside without avoiding those landmines?
That's the danger.
Right.
You gotta get through the danger zone, which is a big risk, and we'll see if Tyson Fury actually does it. But he's found out in the Valine fight, when he was down an eye, it was kind of a brilliant strategy when you think about it. Well, I have one eye, he has two. But if we both have no eyes, we're even again. So he went on the inside so in close that it's not about vision, it's about touch. And I think he kind of fell in love with that a little bit. As Ali did with rope-a-dope, because as you get older, it's actually in a weird way less work. Like the way you would think, but it's more dangerous. But these guys aren't scared.
Right.
But like you think of Arturo Gatti, when he was young, it was in a way it sounds obnoxious because he showed taking punches is such a hard way to make a living, but the discipline and mental energy that it takes to box the way Arturo Gatti did as a young guy is harder in many ways than slugging away like he did as an older guy. But what he found out was, I can do this. Why not? And by the way, you get rewarded. The fans like it more. So I think Tyson Fury found that out in the Valine fight. And for certain reasons, as I mentioned, because the crowd, Deontay, and everything, it makes some logical sense. And I think also he kind of liked it. It's probably easier than having to box at distance and avoid all those bombs when the guy's a long-armed puncher who can now throw more big bombs at you. It's easier to get inside and where the guy can't really, with Deontay's reach, can't really generate the power, you would think.
And lastly, Matt.
What's up, boxing fans? It's your boy back in this shit. I want to talk about Kellerman. Try to break down what Fury be saying that he going after Wilder. Try to knock him out the second round, and everybody like, yo, you joking? You just put yourself in a big risk of being knocked out. You know what I mean? And I'll be saying, that's the best way to beat Wilder. And if y'all watch my other video, what I talked about, the strategy or how to beat Wilder, and I said everything in that video. And Kellerman, a man who had experience with boxing, he been in the boxing scene for so long, he knows the game, you know what I mean? He's sleeping this shit, dwelling this shit, wake up in this shit, so he practically knows boxing. And exactly what I'm saying, he just confirmed that. Like, he was being asked, do you think Fury was serious? Like, he tried to go after Wilder, try to knock him out of, you know what I mean, like in the second round? Like, no. She like, hell yeah, he can't do it. You know what I mean? Exactly what I said on my video. That's what Kellerman said. Because I know boxing. You know what I mean? And it's easy to beat Wilder, man. Don't create that space. This dude can't fight inside. I've never seen Wilder fighting inside. He might probably try it, but at the end, he get wobbled. Wilder have power when you create that space to come up with that long, straight arm. This dude is tall, slanky, and long arms. He need that space, that distance to be able to create that power. If you close that distance, you close that space on him, this dude ain't got shit. Of course, everything comes with risk. How to get yourself inside to close that distance. That's the risk you take. But for a guy like Fury, who can easily move his head and everything, it's easy for Fury to do. And I believe Fury that he can knock Wilder out in the second round. I don't doubt that shit at all. If you know boxing, you know it's easy. He was close winning the first fight. And man, I was so close winning the first fight, he's able to do it the second time. If he can get inside without getting that that right hand, it's like good night to Wilder. But getting inside and you get cut with that one right hand, it's good night to Fury. It's a risk you take, but it's a rewarding risk. Because that's the only way you can beat Wilder. Move it 12 rounds. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of power. It takes a lot of focus, a lot of concentration. But getting inside, if you can get it inside one time, two times, you have the chance in knocking this dude out. Period. Get inside, close that space, and you got Wilder down. Kellerman just said it, and I said it before in my first video, and he just confirmed it. There's a man who knows boxing, who be around boxing for so long. Exactly what I've been saying. If y'all don't believe me, watch my other video about how to beat Wilder. And I said right there, and he just confirmed it. Let me know what you guys think about, if this is a good thing for Fury to do. For me, I think it is, man. It's the only way you can knock this dude out. Close the distance.